Cameron White hit 106 in a 176-run stand with Mike Hussey to rescue Australia from a top-order wobble as the visitors secured a hard-earned 5-wicket victory against Middlesex at Lord's, and these are the highlights. Adam Gilchrist won the toss and chose to bat against his fellow countryman, but David Warner's attempts to impress the side he represents in 2020 cricket ended when he fell in the first over, edging Doug Bollinger behind for 5. The early interest in the match surrounded Gilchrist coming up against his former teammates, and he briefly showed his power as he and Owais Shah set about the Australian attack. Gilchrist wanted to make the most of this rare opportunity, and he unleashed straight sixes off both Clint McKay and then Shane Watson. But having scored 38 off 43 balls, he fell playing a 2020 style scoop which flew to deep square leg. David Manar made just 2 when he top-edged a flick off Bollinger and was caught by the running Tim Payne at square leg at 86 for 3 in the 20th over. That left Shah to control the innings, and he posted an excellent 50 made from 79 balls. Shah has been discarded by the England setup after the Champions Trophy, but he is a consistent run scorer in the one-day format, and he was playing a fine innings here, hitting Steve Smith for a 6. He and Neil Dexter put on 88 for the 4th wicket in 17 overs to put their side into a good position. Dexter made 45 but was out when he nicked Bollinger, easily the pick of the Australian bowlers, behind at 174 for 4 with 13 overs left in this 50-over-a-side contest. Scott Newman played a superb cameo at the end of the Middlesex innings, dispatching Nathan Horrocks for a 6. And he shared in a 63-run partnership with Shah, who showed what England are missing. He timed his innings really well, having come in at the end of the first over and looked well set for a century against the tourists in the batting power play. But just 8 runs short of that, he was caught on the long-on boundary by Bollinger, with Middlesex on 237 for 5 with 23 balls left. Newman, though, did guide his side through to the end, passing his 50 off only 38 balls, as Middlesex closed their innings on 273 for 5, Bollinger finishing with figures of 3 for 24 from 8 overs. Australia's top order had struggled in their first warm-up match with Ireland, but this time Payne and Shane Watson got off to a flyer. Watson then sent a ball from Tim Murtagh into the crowd as 26 runs were posted in the first 2.5 overs. But then the Australians had a wobble. Payne fell in extremely unfortunate style as Murtagh spilled a return catch off Watson, but parried the ball onto the non-striker stumps. A more conventional run-out ended Watson's innings as Warner, his 2020 opening partner, hit direct from point, Watson out for 24. A mini collapse was officially underway when Michael Clarke followed his 5-ball duck against Ireland with a 2-ball nought as he was trapped LBW by Murtagh. White was then extremely fortunate not to drag a ball from Robbie Williams back onto his stumps, collecting 4 runs instead. It was a crucial bit of luck. The excellent Murtagh then added the notable scalp of Ricky Ponting to his list as the Australian captain shuffled across his crease and was legged before for 17, leaving Australia in a hole at 64 for 4 in the 11th over. Hussey then joined White in a crucial partnership against a Middlesex attack which was missing some of its leading bowlers. White was able to cruise to a 50 off 69 deliveries, an innings including 5 fours. Neither batsman worried too much about the run rate and instead ticked over with good running, collecting the boundaries when they were on offer. What their partnership did show is their side's immense strength in depth, with these two coming in at numbers 5 and 6. Hussey, whose last notable innings was that incredible knock in the semi-finals of the World 2020 competition against Pakistan, reached his 50 off 73 balls with just 4 fours. White, who will soon be joining Somerset for a handful of domestic T20 games, is a player who's improving all of the time. And he went to his 100 with his first 6 off Tom Smith. It had taken him 114 deliveries to achieve it. He was finally out for 106, miscuing Murtagh to mid-on where Newman took a fine running catch, but he'd taken his side to the brink of victory on 240 for 5, with 34 now needed off 38 balls. Hussey ensured that there were no late alarms alongside Smith, who played some very nice shots to show his growing strength as an all-rounder in one-day cricket. While Hussey made an easy 72 off 99 deliveries, Smith hit 4 quick boundaries to finish with 28 off 17. His final boundary secured the win for the Australians. That came with 13 balls to spare. Murtagh will at least remember his day as he finished with 3 for 43 from his 10 overs, and it was certainly a very useful exercise for both sides. Gilchrist can now concentrate on his final matches for Middlesex in the 2020. His last game is against Kent at Lord's on Thursday.